Hi, welcome back. As promised, I'm at the Caravan and I'm going to try and fit the Alko shocks. I've watched a couple of videos, downloaded the instructions from online. Yeah, so I'll show you the shocks first. I ordered them from a reputable retailer online. I've got the two shocks because it's a single axle, so I only need two pairs of brackets and the 4 bolts. And the tools that I need, which is you need a torque wrench, 19mm sockets. When ideally the car would be hitched up to the Caravan, but Em's going to have to go shopping. We're going away tomorrow, so this is why I want to get this done today. We've got quite a long tow tomorrow, well, a longish tow. But I can engage one side of my motor. I've got the brakes on, and I can have one side of the motor mover engaged to stop the Caravan from skewing off. If you can look, you know, if I lift this side, the Caravan will want to go that way. So I'm trying to avoid that by having the motor mover on the side that I'm not working on. So yeah, so I need to take the wheel off, and I'll show you where it's going to fit. I've brought a 2-ton jack. These Alko chassis have jacking points, but you have to get brackets that bolt onto the side of the chassis that you can use. I've looked online, a few forums, and there is a strengthened bit on the chassis, well, on the axle where the wheel meets the axle. There's a strengthened part, so I'm going to use my 2-ton trolley jack to get the Caravan up on one side, and then the side I lift, I'm going to put the corner steadies down, just so, you know, if there's an accident, if I'm under the Caravan, I've got time to get out. Right. There we go, that's one wheel off. This is where I have to attach one end, and then there's a grommet underneath, there you go, under here that has to come out for the other end. So I'll get it all ready and then I'll show you. The grommet was a nightmare to take out of there, absolute nightmare. Anyway, let me set this up. Well, I've got one side done, and that was a nightmare. I think it's because I'm in such a limited space, but the jack, I had trouble getting the jack. Let me show you it. There you go, that's the strut on. I am definitely going to do the other side now. It should be a lot easier now I know where to jack it. But I had to jack the Caravan up a couple of times to get it in the right place, because the jack was in the way of where I needed to work. So anyway, let me go on the other side. Wow, I am covered in muck, absolutely covered in muck. I've got them both on. See how the Caravan has moved since I jacked it up, which is why, I mean, it's on the steadies there for protection. It's why you should have the Caravan attached to the car. But that is the other side on. All I've got to do now is put the wheel on. I'm going to put some air in them, ready for tomorrow. So whilst it'll be no time for you, the next clip is going to be in Norfolk Broads, and I can tell you whether it was worth all the ag that I've just gone through. I hope so. Hi, welcome back. You find us at Norfolk Broads club site on what is a wonderful day after a complete washout yesterday. Absolutely horrendous journey here. So much spray, water on the roads. But what I can say is the shock absorbers made such a fantastically huge difference. I've had trouble since we changed cars. Oh look, there's my towing covers drying in the sun there. We had to change the Cougar because the gearbox was going, and bought a Qashqai, which is just nowhere near the Cougar so far as how easy it was to tow the Caravan with the Cougar, with a 4-wheel drive Cougar. Anyway, that said, the shock absorbers have made a significant difference on major roads. Well, on all roads really. I mean, you can't avoid, you know, if it's bumpy, it's bumpy. But what happens is that the Caravan is much more stable, so it doesn't rock so long. And on the A12 and the A140, it was just solid. It was really tight and holding the road. And I've also done something else. The Qashqai's there, just there. I added some coil spring assisters on the back, which I ordered from Tow Shore. They were £13, really simple to fit. Jacked the Caravan up, took me 20 minutes to fit them, and it's made the back much stiffer, so I'm not getting so much of this at the back, which is amazing. So yeah, all in all, a much better journey. I would 100% recommend the shock absorbers. If your Caravan doesn't come with them and you're going to get a service done, or you're buying one, you know, they're £100. Any dealer's going to fit them for free, because it's, whilst I found it difficult because I was in storage, it was muddy, the jack wasn't fantastic. It's pretty straightforward to do, so any dealer's not going to charge you. Yeah. So if you're buying a new car, buying a Caravan, second-hand one, or a new one that hasn't got them, get them. It makes a huge difference. Yeah, 100%. Right, I am going to show you just very quickly around the setup this weekend. As I say, there's the towing covers and the beer. But yeah, it's glorious on a service pitch on the club site. There you go. And that's the setup this weekend. You're going to be able to see that from space with all the solar lights that I've put up this weekend, but it is glorious, so it's going to be nice. Off to the dogs tonight, get back, probably have a quick pint in the dog on the way back. We should be back just in time for last orders, and then back to the Caravan to sit out with all the solar lights going. So next trip is back to the courts because it's so beautiful there, and then we're off to France. So I will catch up. I've got something I need to do with the water system. I'm just waiting for some pipe to arrive from Prima Leisure. I will film that. But yeah, I hope you found this useful. Please, the Alko Shock Absorbers are fantastic. Well worth £100. So if you want a bit of extra stability, go for it. Fantastic. Take care. See you on the next one.